Hi everybody, we are blooming again today and we're going to go for a little softer of a color palette with more blues and greens. I mixed a lot of piggies over the weekend and I'm going to be using a lot of them in this pour, and I have actually never used any of these before. So let's go ahead and get started with our pillow. This is PPG Multi-Pro, and I have a bad habit of putting too much pillow down, and then I gotta spin for days, I lose my design, so I'm gonna try to not put so much on this time. Sorry for the mess, I know. Everything's covered in paint, but it is a paint table, and I've been doing a lot of paintings. Let's start with Pale Titan Green. Now we've got this custom mossy green. I just want a little bit. I don't want too much. We've got Nebula. Now we've got Prehnite. This is probably my new favorite piggy color. Billabong. Hammerhead. This is level. I don't know why it's sliding. Maybe it's not level. Thought it was. All right, we've got more Prehnite. A little more of the Titan Green Pale. And lastly, Iridescent Gold Fine. Cell activator is blue violet mixed with lamp black. I did make a fresh batch, so hopefully it's the right consistency. I don't know if I'll be able to blow all this paint out. I mean, it's kind of going long ways. It needs to go this way. Anyways, let's go. Well, I was going to try to blow some of that way, but I just can't get it to move. But that's okay. See, I blew everything out in the center this way, and then I didn't have anything left to blow that way. But I think I'm going to let this be. I'm not going to blow anymore. Let me go ahead and just get some of this paint to the edge. Yeah, for some reason this is all leaning, so I'm gonna give this a little tilt. I think the rest of it I'm gonna leave. Let's go ahead and give this a spin and see what starts to happen. This thing is not sitting on here very well. I put the leveling legs in the wrong spot. This is a 30-inch long canvas. My spin table was only 27 inches, and I put them just a little bit too short. So the legs are kind of teetering. So we could have a disaster. All right. Okay, we are officially done. So let me point a couple things out. Let me use this little doohickey here. First, I was really worried about that cluster of cells right in here. I thought, oh my gosh, that is just gonna look horrible, but it really spread out. I think it looks so cool the way it just sort of stops, and then you have that purple cell activator over there. Second thing I love is this trail of cells coming up. Now, I kept needing to push more of that paint over to this edge, and I was just so sure I was going to end up losing all of that, but I didn't. So I kept most of it on. These big bubbly cells up at the top. I really like them. I think they're super cool. I love like this little line here that just goes bloop. I love it. I think it's so cool. I got a little bit of that purple shading over here from obviously that cell activator, and then up here, I think it adds a really nice touch. It's not so overpowering, just a little hint, but I do love those blues and those greens together. I think it is really soft. That dark cell activator adds some nice contrast, but yeah, I am a huge fan. As weird as everything is, I think this turned out phenomenal. I love it. So yeah, a couple things. I still put too much pillow down on the canvas. I find these long, narrow canvases, well, the short ones, the 12 by 24s, those are like a really fun size to do. This is a 15 by 30. It's a little bigger, and I do find these very challenging just because of the way the paint comes off. You're gonna have a lot more spreading out this way and a lot less going this way. And if you have a little too much pillow, it's just gonna keep going and going and going. And you top that off with, I had way too much paint. I mean, you saw that huge puddle of paint in there. Pretty much is guaranteed you're not gonna have any negative space. I would have liked to have some, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. I really, really like how this turned out. Maybe it's just because I'm so in love with this little crackly thing that goes up here that I don't care about anything else. We'll give her a little twirl. right. Well, that is all I've got. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.